When I first started my business, I was fitness coaching because I had just been competing in the bikini bodybuilding realm. And that was 5 years ago-ish. And that space was very different then than it was now. Mm-hmm. There wasn't a lot of education in it, but there was a big, like, at least from my interpretation, coolness to it. I saw my body change into truly every shape that she could take. Because when you're bodybuilding, the journey, briefly, generally, is that you lean out and get as lean as you can. So at one point I was 8% body fat, which is very low for a woman.
Wow.
And then you reverse diet and then you bulk up to try to gain muscle, and then you cut down again, and then you reverse diet to recover your metabolism, and then you bulk up. Sidebar, there was no education on women's hormones when this was happening.
Yeah, I'm like, oh boy.
Cringe,
Oh,
right?
man.
And now that I know what I know with feminine energy and how to honor, I'm like, why did I not have a coach who was helping me manage my hormone and how my body would change as a woman? I mean, even on periods, nope, still got to lift 5 days a week. I would never now.
Right.
The point is, I saw my body at the very thinnest, and I got on stage and I won trophies for it, and I did really well. And I'm proud of myself for that. And then I would reverse diet, and that was really fun. And the bulk would be really hard. It would be hard to go from seeing all these striations and definition in all your muscles and having abs all the time to then a normal amount of healthy body fat felt abnormal to me, because I was used to that shape that I would only truly have for the few hours I was on stage. If you're familiar with bodybuilding, your peak week before is a whole uncomplicated process. And then you eat these carbs and train and puff things up before you walk out on stage and display everything. Later that night, you usually eat your face off. Not best practice, but that's what most people do. You wake up the next morning, you don't even look like that. It's a very short period, but it's easy for your brain to attach to, this is how I'm supposed to look. When I let my whole life revolve around food and my body and working out, I really was able to see, wow, this is what it takes for me to look in this ideal manner that I at the time thought was ideal. I don't anymore. It takes my entire life, every part of me, weighing and tracking all of my food, never going out to eat, not being able to go to dinner with my partner at the time. Oh, it's just not worth it. It's truly finally landed in my body. This is just not worth it. And I could really let it go. And the other honey of that was, even at the leanest shape, then I'd be looking at my booty like, oh, I wish it was bigger. I wish my delts were bigger. And then when I would bulk, I'd be like, oh, I wish I had abs. I know my booty looks better now, but I wish I had abs. And it was a constant never feeling good enough. And that's part of when it sank in my body. It does not matter what your body looks like. It matters how you feel about your body, always.